Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyanI, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 228 now, guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out, and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But like always, before we jump into them, I want to remind you guys that I'm partnered with Gamersups, which in my opinion is the best energy drink on the market. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to check out the link in the description where you can go to their store page, and you can also use the code RTD for a 10% discount on all your purchases. I also want to say, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any brand new mods each and every single week. Now that all that's out of the way, we can jump into this week's mods, and starting us off we have a Ziil mod, Your Soul is Mine. And what this mod does is it adds a lesser power that consumes dragon souls to get a temporary and permanent bonus. And the mod page reads that they tried to mimic Miraak's power whenever he consumed a dragon soul to heal himself. Since a dragon soul is considered rare and fully healing would be equivalent to taking a cheap health potion, he decided to spin off the power a bit to make it a bit more appealing but still balanced. These bonuses, like I said, are temporary as well as permanent, and the temporary bonuses last 30 seconds, and these include an increase to your health, magicka, and stamina regeneration rate by 1000%. You also get a reduced cooldown between shouts by 100%, and whenever it comes to these notes on the temporary bonuses, 1000% might appear to be a lot, but heal spells will outperform this. And casting the power a second time before the end of the first will only extend the duration, and the effects won't stack. And whenever it comes to talking about the permanent bonuses that you get for using this power, it increases your health, magicka, and stamina regeneration rate by 2% for each dragon soul consumed, and reduces the cooldown between shouts by 1% as well. These effects cap at 25 shouts, which represent a 50% boost to health, magicka, and stamina, and then a 25% reduced cooldown rate between shouts. Now you can still use the power past 25 dragon souls, but the permanent bonuses won't improve. Now I really like how this mod gives functionality to the dragon souls for late game characters, because I've always noticed after I kill tons and tons of dragons and have all the shouts that I need, I always just have dragon souls lying around and you can't really do much with it. You know, there's mods that you can install that allow you to use them in certain ways, whether it's perk points or maybe unlocking different attributes, but this includes a feature like that all in one mod coming in at 25.59 kilobytes, and it allows you to just stack your character and make him even more powerful the more dragons you slay. So not only does it give you an incentive to go out and kill these dragons, but it also allows you to build your character and actually upgrade him for each dragon that you slay, and I think that's really cool, and that's definitely why this mod's featured here at a number 5 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Ziil Your Soul is Mine mod. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have a mod that I'm really excited to talk about, and this is the Realistic Ragdolls in Force, Impacts, and No Death Animation bundle. This is a huge mod pack that features 3 mods that we always have in our load orders, so this is something I'm very excited to talk about because it just makes it so we can have way more mods in our load orders. You know, if you followed my load order videos for a while and you've maybe used some of my mod lists, you know that whenever it comes to fixing the physics in Skyrim, we like to add the Realistic Ragdolls in Force, the Realistic Impacts mod, as well as the Realistic Death Animations. The Realistic Ragdolls in Force mod makes it so whenever you kill enemies, they don't just go flying all over the place and, you know, gliding like they are on ice skates or anything like that. They actually just fall to the ground, no animations, no nothing, and it also makes it so that bodies are a lot heavier and actually have weight to them instead of just flying all over the place. And then whenever it comes to the Realistic Impacts mod, that makes it so that dragons, mammoths, and giants, you know, the bigger creatures in the game, have devastating power attacks. Because what kind of sense does it make if a dragon, you know, slams his tail down on the ground? It should send guards flying up into the air because of the force. But it doesn't in the vanilla game, but now that we have the Realistic Impacts mod, now this is possible. So if you get hit by a mammoth, you'll go flying now because of their huge power attacks. Giants have pretty much stayed the same because you've always been launched whenever you're fighting a giant. And then whenever it comes to the dragons, like I said, their power attacks can actually send guards flying up into the air or send you flying up, and it's just a really cool feature to have. And finally, the realistic death physics mod is a very simple mod. It just makes it so that enemies don't do that stupid spinning animation as they die. They just fall lifeless like they should, and I think it just makes it a lot more realistic if you have that on top of the realistic impacts mod as well as the realistic Ragdolls and Force mod. So if you're looking to completely change up the physics in your Skyrim, then the realistic Ragdolls and Force, Impacts, and No Death Animations bundle mod is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out because I have so much experience using these mods, and I pretty much don't know what I'd do without them. They've never left my load order, and it always makes Skyrim's physics work properly, and that's definitely why this mod's featured here at a number 4 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading it. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have a brand new beautiful player home called Milandriel, a small piece of Valenwood. The mod page reads that it seems like we will never see Valenwood in Skyrim, so I decided to do something about that. The features of this mod include a treehouse with a unique wood elf-inspired interior, and no key is required and all these items are static. There's a small wood elf village with a custom sanctuary and blessing, and 5 inhabitants. There's 3 hunters, a marksman trainer, and an alchemy trainer, and various friendly animals around the premises. You have a beautiful tree terrace overlooking East March, a small dungeon under the tree, Nargay, which is a rideable armored panther, and a new sword with a unique enchantment. Of course, there's other small features and secrets, but I mean, just look at this house mod. It's unlike anything we've covered before, and if you've ever wanted a slice of Valenwood in Skyrim, then this is your mod to go to. Because it looks like there's been so much time and effort put into this house mod, and there's so many different areas to go and rooms to explore, and all of this is yours as well. No key required, you just have it as soon as you boot up the game, and of course I wish there was like a quest tied to this or something along those lines, but I really like how they made this town come together. And I really like how it's not just a house mod, they actually have a little settlement going here because you have the 5 inhabitants, which are the 3 hunters, the trainers. You know, you could just talk to them, train from them, sell items to them. You know, there's so much that you can do inside of this settlement, and it's not just its own house mod. So if you're playing a character who has a lot of followers and you're maybe looking for an area to settle down and maybe get a guild going, then the Milandriel small piece of Valenwood is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out because it features everything that you're going to need in a house mod, and on top of that it has beautiful textures, beautiful art, you know, everything is set up properly and there's no wasted space at all. This is a perfect house mod, especially if you want a slice of Valenwood in Skyrim, so I would strongly recommend downloading this player home and becoming its proud new owner. Coming in at our number 2 spot. Now, since last week we covered the muskets, I read the comments on that video and a lot of you guys wanted me to cover the pistols mod too. So up next we have the Flintlock Pistols for Adventurers mod, which adds 15 pistols to the hostile Skyrim world. Pistols date back to the Dwemer era, so will mostly be found around the old Dwemer ruins, or in the inventory of other explorers of the Forgotten. Now, the idea of adding pistols into the world of Skyrim started whenever the mod creator first entered ruins of the Dwemer Empire, where mechanical monsters attacked him with advanced weaponry, including firing explosive crossbow bolts at him. Guns, including cannons, are mentioned in the Elder Scrolls lore, including Redguards exploding black powder. Cannons are even mentioned in a Daggerfall joke book, and even fireworks have been stated from the Akaveri. So then the mod creator states that it doesn't seem lore-breaking to introduce a Flintlock soul gem-powered weapon to the world, given the existing lore of ancient but highly advanced beings, which are the Dwemer, and many ruins of some of which are ancient artifacts can be encountered. These Dwemer pistols are powered by soul gems in the same fashion the Dwemer automatrons are, and each time the pistol hammer strikes the loaded gun and the weapon core dynamo, a piece of the soul gem splinters off, and the stored energy within the soul gem shoots the splinter out as a projectile that can travel considerable distance and may be lethal to some enemies. Now, when it comes to lore, no matter how you think about it, pistols don't really belong in Skyrim, but they're so fun to add into Skyrim. I had such a blast testing this mod, and especially being able to dual-wield pistols, I thought was extremely badass, and I didn't even know you could do until I installed the mod. You can find all of these weapons by doing some diving into those Dwemer ruins, or you can just craft them at the forge. And like I said, these pistols are powered by soul gems, so there's no need to craft ammo, you'll just have to make sure the pistols are charged before you run into battle. So if last week's muskets weren't enough for you, or you're maybe just trying to build a giant gun arsenal in Skyrim, then the Flintlock Pistols for Adventurers is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out because it's super satisfying to use these guns in combat, and it puts a huge change on how you play Skyrim because guns in Skyrim, of course. I don't think I really have to go into too much detail there, but it's really fun to use, and if you want a little change of pace to Skyrim, then it's definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out, and that's why it's featured here at a number 2 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Flintlock Pistols for Adventurers mod. Coming in on our number 1 spot, we have another beautiful player home called the Rosewood Estate. The mod page reads that the Rosewood Estate is built upon the ruins of a Dwemer facility just south of Falkreath. Above ground is a luxurious house with all the amenities one could ask for, set in an idyllic grove surrounded by mountains. Below ground, the house connects to an ancient Dwemer teleport chamber that has been repaired and repurposed to modern Skyrim destinations. The features of this mod include a greenhouse with 24 planters and an alchemy station, 10 banner themes for the outside of the house. It has a smithing area with a forge, smelter, tanning rack, workbench, grindstone, 10 weapon racks, a mannequin, and unique displays, as well as outdoor chests that are linked for indoor chest convenience. These include ingots, ore, leather and hides, armor, weapons, smithing supplies, potions, poisons, alchemy supplies, and even ingredients. This means that on the inside of your house and on the outside of the house, there's 2 chests that have the same name, and whenever you put items on the inside of that chest, no matter if you're inside or outside, it'll be in both chests, which I think is really cool. This mod also comes with a standing stone that can be cycled to any of the stones, an apiary, a guard tower and barracks, and as well as the main hall, which features shield displays, mannequins, weapon racks, bookshelves for over 240 books, ring displays, amulet displays, as well as a Dwemer teleport chamber, which has 18 teleport locations such as the 9-hold capitals, Riverwood, Dragonbridge, Shorestone, Iverstead, Rorikstead, and even Raven Rock. This mod also comes with a spell tome called Recall, which allows you to teleport back to the Rosewood Estate at any moment. Continuing on throughout the house, we have the crafting room, which includes an enchanting station, staff enchanter, disenchantment font, and an alchemy station, as well as the bedroom, which has 2 bed themes, chests, a mirror for appearance changes, and a shrine that can be cycled through all of the divines. On the second floor, you have an area for all of your unique displays, whether it's Daedric displays, Dragon Claws, Dragon Priest Mask, Thieves Guild displays, you name it, all of the unique displays are on the second floor there. This house mod also comes with a library with a space for 160 books, which include 41 rare book displays, 7 black book displays, and 3 Elder Scrolls displays. After that, we have a standard bathroom and then a trophy room farther down the hall, which has custom trophies based on questline completions, such as the main quest, Dawnguard, Dragonborn, Mages Guild, Thieves Guild, and Dark Brotherhood. You have a dining room, a lounge, a children's room, a downstairs bedroom. There's so many areas to explore in this house and so much that you now own in the Rosewood Estate mod. So if you're completely done with your character, maybe you're late game, or maybe you just want to have a lavish start to a new character and live in a mansion, then the Rosewood Estate 1K mod is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out, because it features everything that a house mod's going to need, and it does it beautifully as well. So if you want to be living lavish in your Skyrim character, I'd strongly recommend downloading the Rosewood Estate mod. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.